Welcome to my daily report market analysis videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec on Tuesday, 20th of October. Markets are still a little bit unsure of whether to take direction or not at the moment. You've got this 48-hour deadline that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has put on the US fiscal stimulus negotiations. She's saying that if they're not done by today, pretty much that's it in front of the election. Election is 2 weeks today. So subsequently, seeing a little bit of uncertainty that's happened really in recent sessions, but the dollar seems to be just taking a little bit of a hit as there's an element of positive recovery from yesterday's sell-off on risk. But generally speaking, we've not really seen too much direction. The main direction is coming actually through euro, but also the commodity currencies, the Aussie and the Kiwi. Now, the RBA and the RBNZ have come out overnight, and a couple of speakers have been talking about easing of monetary policy, potential negative rates for the RBA for impacting on the Aussie dollar, and the potential for further quantitative easing from the RBNZ, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, hitting the Kiwi. So subsequently, those two are suffering a little bit today. Broadly speaking, I'm going to talk about S&P as my chart of the day actually, but you can see that the sharp drop we've seen last night and actually just rebounded a little bit today to help stabilise sentiment, and that's why European markets are not quite strongly lower this morning. But generally speaking, we're sort of biding time in front of this fiscal stimulus next step, but also the election in 2 weeks' time. Now, not a great deal of data today. Housing permits and building permits and housing starts, both expected to climb around about 3% improvement on last month. But also we're looking out for a couple of Fed speakers, John Williams and Randall Quarles, both of which have spoken a couple of times recently. So whether that has much of a movement on markets or not remains to be seen. But as I said, my chart of the day is the S&P 500, and a sharp move to the downside. You can see on the technicals, big strong bear candle, taking it to, what's that, an 8-session low. But more importantly, look at the movement on the stochastics, decisively into reverse RSI 50. If the RSI went underneath 50, you'd be starting to feel a little bit less easy, considering that would be sort of multi-week lows. Three odd week lows maybe, but also if that came with MACD bear cross as well, then you'd start to think, well, another negative candle today would open 33.30, I think, as the next basis of support beyond 34.30 area, which was this breakout support. Now, as I said, futures are ticking a little bit higher today. So there is still this prospect that weakness is a chance to buy. And we do see weakness as a chance to buy on Wall Street. It's just whether you get this near-term knee-jerk negative reaction. So, for example, if fiscal stimulus is delayed, and to be honest, that has been the sort of movement towards that consistent delay, no agreement, has been the case for the last few weeks. So I don't really see a great deal is likely to change that in front of the election. And that's going to likely weigh on Wall Street a little bit. And 33.30 would be the next step if you saw another bear candle today, and that intraday rebound was sold into. Now, in terms of intraday rebounds, you've got the resistance around 34.40. This was the reaction low previously mid last week, but also this pivot line 34.80 area. Old breakout became supportive. It was a gap actually, became supportive, and again became supportive during, was that Friday session? So yeah, that's resistance 34.40 to 34.80, and if you see another lower high in there, that would be a disappointment, I think, considering you've got this building downtrend here. But yeah, interesting to see how the S&P 500 does react to that 48-hour deadline. So I wish you good luck in your trading today. Click here to subscribe to our analysis videos. Go to our website to sign up for our webinars and click to watch Trader Talks, our videos that give you top trading ideas.